Alright, let's do a little review of Rambo here and the sinden light gun. You can see this game's pretty intense. A lot of bad guys. It's actually an arcade game. You can play this. I don't know if you'll see this much in the arcades anymore. It's fairly new. I don't know what year. Might still see it around some of the theater arcades. I'm emulating it with an emulator called Teknoparrot. It allows you to play a lot of these arcade games on your PC. You can see it plays pretty sweet. But yeah, some of the gameplay there. Whew. The wrist is getting sore just from recoil with this gun. Getting pretty crazy. Anyway, let's take a look at the gun here. So this is what they call the sinden light gun. You can see just on the tip there, there's actually a camera in it, so it doesn't need any sensors on the TV. Well, it looks like they got us surrounded, but I don't actually have any sensors on the TV. It's literally just kind of tracking with that camera that's at the end. You can see there's sort of a D-pad there. You got your trigger and a couple of buttons. You can also reload with this. That could be like a secondary sort of grenade launcher. A couple buttons on this side. It's got a good weight to it. I don't know what this gun weighs, but it's pretty heavy. Like if you're holding it like this for a long time, it's a good workout. And you can see the USB cable over to the computer there. It's actually quite a long, solid USB cable. But you can see a little bit about some of the games you can play. I'm going to exit this one. And then in here, this is a launch box, but you can see you've got quite a few gaming options with Teknoparrot. I've got a few others here. With the resolution on this 85-inch TV, it's probably a little hard for you to see, but I got Teknoparrot here. Some of the PlayStation light guns. Some of the Sega used to make some pretty decent light guns games back in the day, like the Model 2, Model 3, even the Dreamcast. Here's some of the Sega Saturn stuff. What else is on here that's kind of interesting? Some of the PC light gun games. Some of these are pretty good. Some pretty modern games on here. I haven't really played through all of these. You got Rambo on this one too. I wonder how that one compares to the Teknoparrot one. Kind of arcade one. Probably similar. Here's some of the Dreamcast ones. But anyway, that's a little review of I'm playing light guns on here. I think the sindens are a pretty decent option. They're definitely the best when I bought them. You can get them with or without the solenoid, and you can just that sort of feedback or that kick when you fire. I think that definitely makes it. I mean, I have some other light guns that don't have that feedback, and they're not really as engaging. So I definitely recommend getting the solenoids in the guns if you do decide to get the sindens. The only thing I'd look at besides these is maybe the Reapers, the RS3s just came out. Those are kind of interesting because I think they're similarly good. They got the feedback and stuff, but you can also from the game, there's things called MAME Hooker and different plugins for these games where you can actually tell it to, if you run out of ammo, it'll stop recoiling, and you can get the guns to vibrate with sort of in-game stuff. So that's kind of neat. You can't do that. That doesn't support these sindens, but the Reapers, that's a pretty compelling thing. And the IR for a gun is also a good option. Those are probably the top three. But anyway, there's a little review of the sinden and some of the Rambo gameplay with Teknoparrot and using Launchbox for some of the light guns. I'd say there's probably at least 350 or so light gun games out there that are sort of worth playing these days. So if you want to check that out, have a look.